Roddy Ricch is a rapper that I've really come to enjoy listening to a lot of his music in the last few months. I'm not gonna lie, when The Box was at peak popularity, I heard that song so many times, I never wanted to look at another Box again. But as that, one-hit wonder song started to fade, I started listening to a lot of his other songs, a lot of his new songs, and I'm like, yo, Roddy Ricch is actually pretty good. I just really like his style and vibe, so when I saw he was releasing a song called Late at Night with that album cover, it's got a vibe to it, so I'm really hoping this song is very vibey. Let's jump right into it. Late at Night, Roddy Ricch, skadoosh. Oh, stop it. I'm a sucker for like that voice, the singing voice that's pitched higher. They had that so much in like the mid to late 2000s and a little bit in the early 2010s. There's so many songs, especially like B Major or Major. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he used to make those songs and there were some high pitched vocals in there. Just an absolute sucker for them. I don't know why, but it makes the song so much more emotional. So I'm suckered in already. Mustard on the beat? Yo, at first I'm like, dude, who's producing this? DJ Mustard's tag? I couldn't really see Mustard producing this, but props to him because I really like the vibe and it doesn't really sound like a typical Mustard beat. Also produced by GYLTTRYP. Okay, co-produced. I dig it. I can immediately hear DJ Mustard's influence in the snaps. I mean, those are just the same old Mustard snaps that we all know and love, am I right? Yeah, vibey chorus. Don't hate it at all. That chorus was like fun, I mean, it was definitely vibey and it was definitely a little more intimate than we're usually used to Roddy Ricch, but it kind of sounded fun too. Like it just wasn't like sexy and sensual or, passionate and things like that. Like I could definitely imagine people, rolling to the club listening to this song or even in the club or at a party or something like that. Even though it's a little more mellow of a track, that typical Mustard 808 and snap combo really makes it feel like you can party to this and have some fun with it. So I dig the contrast between the chorus and the verse. I told Shawty never get too comfortable. I like to feel like the untouchable. I like to feel. Is that Young Thug? That's not Young Thug. Why does that sound just like Young Thug? Is that Young Thug? That's not Young Thug. Like it's never going one way. That's not Young Thug. How is that not Young Thug? Someone else has to also think that sounds just like Young Thug, right? Is he like flexing his voice, putting an inflection on it so that it's just pitched higher and it's just making me think it's Young Thug? What is going on? Screaming my name, late at night. I mean, if it was Young Thug, he would only have like 2 or 3 lines, which I don't see a reason for that. That verse was only 6 bars. So I guess it's not Young Thug. It sounded just like Young Thug to me. Very confused about that delivery, even though I like it. Like it was a vibe. I like the melody a lot, but okay. Over and over, I'ma treat you. I like the outro. I really like this outro a lot. I think it's a vibe. So immediately that high-pitched voice, it's always emotional and always drags me in. I think this song has a lot of replay value. It's under 3 minutes and it has that same drum pattern, that typical Mustard 808 snap pattern that is just absolutely going to bring people in. Lyrically, I don't think it's anything genius or anything crazy out there, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a couple bars in here, but overall it's nothing spectacular or poetic lyrically. But that doesn't really take away from the instrumental at all or the vibe of the song. I mean, it's a love song, it's a sensual song. There's a part of me that does expect a little more romance and to be a little more poetic when it comes to a love song like this, but I guess it's just not as prevalent in like today's hip hop as it is in today's R&B, but the song's still a vibe. It's a solid track. I'm going to give it a 7.2 out of 10. I think it's a great song. I think it's a vibe. I think you could listen to it with your girl or your man late at night while you're sipping wine, having some cheese or whatever you want to do. But I also think you could listen to it on the way to the club, possibly in the club. Maybe we could hear some DJ remixes or something like that. I don't know. I think it's a versatile song with replay value. But what do you think think of the new Roddy Ricch song. Are you a fan of Roddy Ricch? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you didn't know, I'm an artist too, and I also make music, and I just dropped a new single, Komodo, featuring the legendary Don Kenobi. It's out now on all streaming platforms. I would be so thankful if you all went and listened to it and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for coming by to the video. If you liked it, hit a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe to it if you love talking music just as much as I do. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at EJSpark1, and as always, you know what it is. It's peace, love, I love s'mores, EJ, out.